All right, so the audio is just on. Sorry about the audio not going correct. So I was saying that the reason why I'm doing all of this right now is to show you something very different. Now, this training is unlike any training that you have ever been through because you're seeing this behind the scene. And I show this to you on purpose, is that I do not need a fancy studio or anything like that to do an online business, to do a digital e-commerce business. And I want you to see behind the scene how this is actually being done. So as I got started, and I'll start to play, and I'll make sure that everything is working smooth, right? So as you can see, this business can be run without even anything fancy, no fancy prop, no fancy lightings and so on. So with that said, that's the first lesson. As I was saying, that the training begins even before it hasn't officially started. So this practitioner, welcome. I'd like to officially welcome you to the Outsell Your Paycheck 2019 online workshop. So I'm seeing a lot of wonderful chats coming in, all the messages, and thank you for all of the kind wishes. Good morning and everything else. This is fantastic. Now, would you be able to do me a favor by letting me know where you are from as you type your name? And the reason why is because I cannot see you, but I can read. And me knowing where you're from will really makes me feel more connected with you. And that is how I feel that I'm not speaking to myself on the computer in that sense. So if you can kindly just type your name and where you're from, that would be fantastic. That would be awesome. We have Ethan from New York State. That will be 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We have Robert Houston from Texas. We have Sachin from India. India is probably 10 p.m. We have Tom from Orlando, Florida. I love Orlando. Was there, went to Disney World. We have Chad from Indianapolis, Indiana. We have Clay from Philippines. We have Jovan from Serbia. We have Lucky from India. We have Anna from Missouri, Haiti, Brittany from there. Amazing. We have Heidi from Oklahoma. We have Avena from Nigeria. We have Virginia from Alabama. We have Quincy from Maryland. We have Fran from Amsterdam. Greetings. So we have a few from all around the world. This is so exciting. And I do not know what time zone that you are in. It's like 12 a.m. here right now, but I'm so excited, so refreshed by just seeing all of you there. We have Jean from New Jersey. So we're going to go through some basic housekeeping to make sure that we can go through this online workshop as smooth as possible. So the very first housekeeping is that I'll be going through the training relatively fast, right? So so it would be handy if you have like a notepad with you so that you can take down notes. I do not know how you're attending today's online workshop, whether you're attending through a smartphone device or an iPhone. Sorry, my voice. I speak too fast. Hello, Lino. Hi, Dale from Fullerton, Canada, and Elliot from New York. More comments are just coming in non-stop, right? So as I was saying that if you're attending through like your smartphone or your iPad or your tablets, it may be relatively hard for you to type the notes. So having a notepad, a notebook will be the easiest way with a pen and pencil and jot down your notes, because there will be times that you attend a training and you get this $1 million idea, right? And this $1 million idea or strategy may literally transform your business or your financial future in that aspect. But sometimes we completely forgotten about it as we go through the training. So find something where you can take notes. And speaking of that, the training will last for about 60 to 90 minutes. We'll see how it goes, but do allocate your time frame for that, about 60 to 90 minutes. So if you're attending this, excuse me. So if you're attending this from your smart devices, like iPhones, iPads, and so on, you can go to somewhere where you know you will not be interrupted, right? So that you won't get distracted. And of course, if you're on the computer or through the laptop, then perhaps you want to close the door, put like a do not disturb sign, because this is a live training. This is an online workshop that is streaming live to you right now. So with that means is that you will not be able to rewind in that sense. So we're going to go through as if like I'm just in front of you doing the training for you right now. And we have Lino from Italy. So we have Kevin from Calgary. So any one of you who just got here right now, go ahead, go ahead and um, type in the chat box your name and where you're from, because it really excites me knowing that I have attendees from all around the world, from Italy, from United States, from Nigeria, from Malaysia, from India. I mean, it's amazing, right? Amazing how the internet puts everyone together, right? And Charles from Arizona. Now, the final housekeeping it is, by the way, Rick is from Canada, New Brunswick, Canada, is that we are on YouTube Live. So although this is different, this is not on YouTube, but we're actually using YouTube Live, but we're using this platform so that it's easy for me to change slides and everything else and to communicate with you, to read the chat messages and so on. But this is YouTube Live. Now, which means you'll be able to see the little YouTube icon there. And although this is live, as funny as strange as it sounds, you can actually pause me. So I do not know how can that ever work. I mean, if it's live, how can you pause something that is live, right? I mean, Wilbur has just left another comment from Arkansas, Frank from Hong Kong, Elrod from Amsterdam. So this is 100% live right now. So if you're attending this from, say, an iPhone or an iPad and so on, try to avoid touching on the screen and accidentally pause it. Because if you pause it, you may be kicked out from the room because other people are coming in right now as we speak, right? I mean, we have hundreds of registrants, so more of them are joining as we speak right now. Hi, Peter from San Diego. Hi, Lynette from I think it's Michigan, and Ra from New Mexico, right? So try to avoid that at all means. I mean, if you touch on it, it's fine for you to see other things, but do not click again where you pause it, because you may be kicked out, or sometimes you may just miss out. So it's like if you pause it and then I continue to teach, then when you unpause it, you have missed a session, and then you're going to miss the whole process, because what I'll be walking you through is going to be step by step, in the sense that you're going to be learning, knowing the strategy itself, and also as what I shared, the $1 million idea on how to outsell your paycheck. And this training is going to be very different because we have a specific theme to it called outsell your paycheck. I will go more in depth to explain to you what do I mean by outsell your paycheck, and why I think this is the next breakthrough that anyone can actually achieve. And just so you know, as I mentioned to you, if you just came in, there's no fancy studio whatsoever. I just put on a nicer shirt and I just use this platform, and I'm literally running a global online business as we speak right now, right? So what I'll be doing right now is that I'll be changing the comments coming in, because there are more comments coming in, and I'll be changing it to be private, which means that when you type in the chat box, you will be able to see it, I will be able to see it, so does my moderator, which means you will be private from now onwards. And the reason why I do this is because I want you to be in an environment where it's focused, where just you and me communicating in that sense. Because imagine if you're attending a workshop and someone keeps on raising their hand and talking to you and so on, that could be a bit distracting, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you about like 20 seconds for you to take care of the housekeeping. The first housekeeping is have like a notepad handy for you to take notes, because you're going to be having all your $1 million ideas there. The second part is what? Do you remember? Go to somewhere where you will not get distracted, right? It will last for about 60 to 90 minutes for the online workshop. And the third point is that this is using YouTube Live, right? So you will see the big fat play button there, and avoid clicking on it because it may pause and you may be out of the entire streaming video, okay? So are you ready with all the housekeeping? Just let me know there. This is going to be such a comfortable training because you could be attending this at home anywhere you want, you know. So I just want you to relax and enjoy the training. So just give me a yes for me to know everything is good. Thank you for the confirmation, Ethan, Tom, Lino. Thanks for all of the yeses. All right, so what I'll be doing right now is that I'm going to change the entire online workshop to be presented with the slides instead of video spokesperson. Why? Because with the slides, it's going to help you to learn much more better because there'll be auditory where you can listen better, and there'll be visual where you can see the graphics, the text, and so on, rather than seeing a video spokesperson for the next 60 to 90 minutes in that sense. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and change the settings right now. So again, thanks for all of the confirmation from Jovan, Doug, Ralph, Chuck, Everhi, Frank. You guys are awesome. I mean, if this is like in an offline room, I would say, let's give a clap, But this is all virtual. But I can sense, I can feel your excitement together with me. So that's really, really awesome. So let me just go ahead and put out the slides right now. Now, when I change to the slide, sometimes the audio may sound a bit different, and that is totally fine. And one more thing is that my moderator will be at the back. So when I am doing the training right now, I am focusing on the slides. Therefore, I will not be able to focus on the chats anymore. Now, from time to time, my moderator will be there. She will do her very best to address or answer any questions that you have. In case the video gets lag and so on because it's YouTube live streaming, just wait for about 5 seconds and so on. And if it's still lagging or it's not streaming, there should be a button called reconnect. And if you click on the reconnect button, right, it should reload again and put you back into the room. Clear? All right, so let me just go ahead and put on the slides. And one last thing that I want to hear from you is are you ready? If you're ready, just type ready there. I know Julius from Sacramento just came in. Frank is clapping, giving me virtual claps right now. So just type ready, and I know that you are ready. All right, thanks for all the confirmations of all the readies that comes in. And let me just put out the slides right now. Hi, welcome to today's training, Outsell Your Paycheck Online Workshop. Now, I'm very excited with today's training because this is very different than my other previous training. Why? Simply because it is focused on achieving a specific goal. And the goal here is, well, to outsell your paycheck. When I use the word paycheck here, it is actually a figurative saying. The paycheck could be other income. So if you do not have a job, right, then it could be, say, your any other business that you have or any other things that you do. So the whole concept here, the goal here, it is to generate as much income as your current quote unquote paycheck or even more, so that you can have the freedom to make a decision to quit your job if you want to, or keep your job and so on, where you're no longer at the mercy of your boss or your company. Same goes with your other income streams. Let's say you have a business and you're sort of stuck in the business. Imagine if you can make as much money as your current business from another stream of income, which is the internet. You can decide whether you want to keep running your business or do something else. Um, it's totally up to you in a sense. So this is why I am very excited, because we have a goal in mind. Now, I started way back in 2003, and of course, I used to have a job as well. Just like almost everyone in this world, they started with a job. And back then, I've tried, quote unquote, everything. I've tried almost anything that is available where I can quit my job, right? I've tried type at home opportunity. Have you heard of that before? Like type at home and you can get paid. Well, during my time, way back in 2003, there are websites where they will say they will pay you if you type at home. Well, it didn't work out for me. They call it the work at home typist. Well, I didn't get paid. Then I tried paid service. You have heard of paid service, and guess what? After more than a decade, they are still around. There are still people joining the whole paid service stuff. Now, I'm not sure whether that worked for you or not, but it didn't for me. I never got paid a single cent by doing all of these surveys. Have you heard of paid surveys? If yes, you just type in the comment box there just to let me know. Uh, because I would be assuming that you have heard about paid surveys. I mean, they've been there since, well, way before I got started. And they're still here right now. Fill in forms where you're supposed to get paid when you fill in forms. Like for instance, way back that time, there will be websites where they'll say that, hey, if you go to this website, if you fill in and register an account, you get paid. I didn't get paid after filling God knows how many forms. And there is this free ad exchange. So it's like you have your ad and then you place your ad on another website, and then this website will place their ad on your website. And then there is this serve to earn, where you're supposed to install some kind of like a software or app on your computer, and you get paid if you quote unquote surf the internet. Have you heard of those? I mean, I know that they are not available anymore nowadays. Maybe it's still somewhere on the internet. I've tried that, didn't work out for me. So I've tried many more stuff, and all of those didn't really work out at all. But after a year later, 100% of my income is from the internet. I was able to so-called crack the code and started making money on the internet. And I was actually featured in Google News. How a 24-year-old guy living in Malaysia, working at home, made, I think it's about 25,000 US dollar or 26,000 US dollar. I can't really remember. I mean, it was so long ago. By the way, you can know how old I am based on this news that featured my success. It's 2004, and at that time I was 24 years old. So I've been around in this business quite a while right now. But the question is that what is a transition? Like how after a year I was able to make tens of thousands from the internet. So here's what happened. When I first started in 2003, I was trying to quit my job, but I wasn't focusing on the real solution. So here's the thing, my mindset was going that, hey, I got to quit my job. So I go on the internet, I go on a scavenger hunt trying to find a way how to so-called make money and I can quit my job. But I was missing the whole point, right? Until I start to build an online business. So instead of thinking of how to make money online, like doing all of these activities, home typist, paid surveys, and all this kind of stuff, I understand the concept of how to generate income from the internet. And that is by building an online business where the online business will generate the income for me. And that's how, after a year of dabbling around, I was able to be featured in Google News and, well, earn my income 100% from the internet, which means that I do not need to work in any jobs. And I don't need to talk with anybody on the phone and so on. It is all purely from my online business. Let's go back to 2003. So after struggling for 8 months before I was featured in, well, Google News, in 2003, I made my first sale after 8 months. And as they say, the rest is history. So here's a bit about my background. I was featured in Google News in 2004, as you have seen earlier. I'm the best-selling author of 3 physical books and multiple Amazon books. I've spoken in 12 countries as an authority of internet marketing. This includes countries like United States, UK, China, Indonesia, Australia, Hong Kong, and many more other countries. So other than internet marketing, like teaching them about the strategies, basically I teach people how to create fortunes from the internet. I'm also commonly known as a super affiliate because when I participate in a product launch as an affiliate, usually I will achieve the top 10 affiliates for that product promotion. Our product has been listed as the #1 affiliate marketing product in ClickBank. So if you are, say, a newbie and you haven't heard about ClickBank, ClickBank is like the largest affiliate network for digital products. I think they generate like over $300 million revenue per year. So just wondering, have you heard of ClickBank before? Just leave your comment there. Just go ahead and do that. I will see that shortly. And I've also been invited to ClickBank HQ in Boise, Idaho, United States, to have a meeting to mastermind with their CEO and also their top executive. And my expenses are paid. They pay for my accommodation and so on. I've trained over 11,000 students offline alone. Now, I do not include online because I do not know how to measure online anymore. I mean, if it's going to include online, it could be over 100,000 by now. So yes, we do have like workshops in the offline world. So I'm not a marketer who lives like behind the computer. I actually exist and I have clients in the offline world. We have also made over $1 million with no high ticket products. Now, I know many marketers made seven figure with their business and there's nothing impressive about it. But the difference is that this is not based on like high-end coaching program, mentoring program, mastermind, and so on, where clients are charged $10,000 and so forth. We're talking about products that's below $100. And the reason why I do not sell coaching program, mentoring program, all this kind of stuff is because I value my freedom more than, so to speak, money. So I sell products and I automate the business so that I can have my freedom and, of course, the lifestyle that I design, which is where it allows me to have the next achievement of being a husband and father of 3 children. I think this will be my biggest achievement because I'm able to have time to do what I want. But it would have been faster if I have a mentor at that time. Well, at a later stage, I have a mentor. So Robert G. Allen, who is my co-author of the book called Kicking Cash, he is my mentor. And when I start working with Robert Allen, my business goes 10x. But when I'm working alone, it's sort of hard for me to grow. I wish that when I got started way back in 2003, I have a mentor at that moment of time. It will probably save me 8 months of struggle to make my first sale. And it will probably help me to make 5 figure income in less than a year. And it will probably help me to achieve my 7 figure income half the time that it took me right now. So to outsell your paycheck, there are 3 secrets that you need to know in order to break your shackles. If you're working in a job, then that is your shackles holding you, sucking away, taking away your precious 8 hours a day. Because you cannot do anything else. You got to be focused on your job, right? Can you imagine if you are able to break the shackles, that you no longer stuck in your job, right? How awesome would that be? Anyway, there's a poll coming up right now. I just want to know that whether you are currently having a job or not. And it's just a poll, which means nobody knows. It's just for us to see the response of today's attendees. Go ahead and respond to the poll right now. I mean, do you remember the day where you do not feel like going to work, but you have to go anyway? It could be that you just want to rest at home, or it could be that you have an arrangement with your family for specific outings and you just couldn't do it because you have to do something else. Now, that something else is your shackle, and we want to break that. If that excites you of breaking your shackles, type yes in the comments here right now so that it also excites me to share with you these 3 secrets. And all of your responses is very valuable to me because when I'm doing this training, I cannot see you, you see. So when you respond, then it excites me and I know that you are there. Cool? So let's start with the first one. The first one is eliminating the wrong belief. Now, this is very dangerous. Usually, you're trained to have the right belief, right? But here's the thing. Sometimes, you don't even know whether the right belief is right. I'm not trying to be philosophical. Shortly, you understand where I come from. But until you're educated with the right knowledge, then only you can break the shackle. And if you have a job, that will be the first step to help you to quit it. So you have to look back again. Are you having the wrong belief about creating wealth and helping you to achieve what you want, helping you to get closer to your goal? So let's set the stage right. The first thing is that you're choosing online business as the vehicle to break free, to achieve freedom, right? So online business is your option, right? But at the same time, when it comes to online business, there's many models related to online business. For instance, the untold truth about physical product e-commerce. I mean, you may fall into the belief that building a physical product e-commerce business is the ideal online business because that's what all of the gurus and the experts been telling you. And you may be buying that idea. So I'm not sure whether you have read this article or not that was featured in theatlantic.com, one of the largest news website. I mean, it gets like I think 50 million visitors or something like that per month. So this is a very interesting news that came off called "How to Lose Tens of Thousands of Dollars on Amazon." Right now, I'm just going to browse through quickly on this article so that you don't miss anything. How to lose tens of thousands of dollars on Amazon. A growing number of self-proclaimed experts promise they can teach anyone how to make passive income selling cheap Chinese goods in the internet's largest store, which is of course Amazon. Not everyone's getting rich quick. So it's a very long article because it sort of dissect everything, and I think it does a great job to highlight what's actually happening. But basically, there are marketers out there where they pitch this whole concept of buying cheap products from China. For instance, you could go to AliExpress, Taobao.com, and then sell in Amazon.com, right? So, so they believe that this is the platform that they can use. And then, there's all these so-called testimonials. Like, for instance, he pointed to two young men in the back of the room who he said were making 100,000 US dollar a month selling sunglasses on Amazon. I mean, uh, I do not know how true is that, but anyway, let's play along. Well, as you can see, it's really a long article, right? I'm not sure how much they lost. I think 60,000 US dollar or something like that in the whole process. So it can be very dangerous when we have the wrong beliefs of what works and what doesn't work. Here's something that I want to highlight, right? The untold truth about physical e-commerce products, which, well, obviously the so-called experts or gurus are not really telling you. First, you have to deal with inventory. You have to. They'll say that you can do drop ship, outsource, and all this kind of stuff. But hey, if you're dealing with physical products, there is inventory. It's like hello. I mean, how can you not deal with inventory? You still need to check your inventory. You still need to place order of your inventory and everything else. So there is inventory, and sometimes you need to pay for the inventory. Competition is fierce. It's insane. So in that article, the guy was saying that someone was making how much, like 100,000 US dollar from selling sunglasses, right? Maybe that's true, but if that is true, the competition is so fierce that he may not be making 100K a month from selling sunglasses in a week or in a month because you're just selling a commodity product. I could easily find sunglasses that look the same as your sunglasses in, say, 24 hours. Next, your product profit is so small. I mean, you're selling small products, right? I don't think you can sell a $5,000 products if you are like a newbie because you don't really know how does the business actually work. So you usually will sell small stuff like necklace, sunglasses, all this kind of stuff. And how much those products sell for? $10, $20, $50. As you can see, because the price is relatively small, there's not much profit there. And don't forget you're dealing with physical products where there are physical costs. Every night before you sleep, I kid you not, you'll be praying, hoping you won't get an unwanted surprise the next morning. And what is this unwanted surprise? Well, the unwanted surprise is that the next day you wake up and then you realize the ad campaign that you ran yesterday was making a loss. So the model is very straightforward. You have, say, a sunglass to sell, and then you run ads towards the sunglasses on your copy, on your webpage, or on Amazon. And then you go to sleep. I mean, you're human, you have to sleep anyway, right? And you do not know what happened next. And then when you wake up the next morning, you just hope that, your ad did not lose money. You can lose money big time, like those dudes who bought into this whole belief that they found the solution to outsell their paycheck, buy products from China and then sell it on Amazon, trying to arbitrage, buying low, selling high. You can lose money in many ways. From the products, you can lose money from the ads, you can lose money from the fulfillment and everything else. And not to forget that there are refunds. And whenever you have refunds, those are all the untold losses that could cause you to lose a big chunk of your profit. And the most interesting point is this: 99% of those who teach you about physical products e-com, right, makes more money from their quote-unquote digital courses and programs. Now, before you jump to the gun and say, "Oh, this is true or this is not true," I want to clarify a few things. First and for all, there's nothing unethical about this, right? It's a blessing that they actually teach their secrets. Otherwise, we wouldn't know how to do the physical products e-commerce. But do you see the ironic part here? Because the digital courses and program make so much more money, they rather don't do their physical product e-com, and they're teaching you the physical product e-com that is not as lucrative or profitable as what they're doing with their digital stuff. Isn't that interesting? Right? I'm not here to say physical product e-commerce is bad. I'm here to teach you the first secret to breaking your shackle, which is you need to eliminate wrong belief. So the perfect online business in my world is digital e-commerce. Digital e-commerce means that I don't deal with physical products. It is all digital products. So this is a screenshot that I took from our account inside Clipbank, that one of our product, which is the membership, it's generating about 70,000 US dollar per month. It was consistent. It's about $69,998, which is about 70,000 US dollar. And then the next month was 67,000 US dollar. And it's a business that we can build to 100K per month business. And this is just one membership, one digital e-commerce business. And I don't have any inventory because they are digital. There's no real so-called cost, no fulfillment. Customer go to our website, they decided to buy, they purchase. And once they purchase, they'll get their login details. It is self-fulfilled. And even though if the customer has some challenge to log in, well, we just need to send them their login details. Now, how much work is that? It's just an email away for the fulfillment. You see where I'm coming from? Yes? No employees. I don't have employees. I mean, you want to have employees? Probably not. We can build a 100K per month business with no employees. I have a team, but I don't have employees. So I don't need to manage people. And I get to work at home or anywhere that I like. If you run, say, a different type of online business, you probably have an office where you have people working in the office. I don't have any of those. I work anywhere that I like. But the most important part is that it is highly, highly scalable. There's so many ways how I can grow the digital e-commerce business. I can sell more units, as in like sell more memberships. I could increase the price of the product. I could add in additional offers for them to check out. I could also promote another program within my product. Gosh, there are like countless of ways of how I can scale the business. Or I could just launch like another digital e-commerce business. So what's digital e-commerce is about? Well, in digital e-commerce, we are in the business of helping others to solve their problems or improving their lives with knowledge. This is why it makes me very proud of what I do. Now just think, right? Would you feel good and proud of yourself if you're able to help someone to solve their problems or make their lives better and they are grateful towards you? Yes? I do not know about you, but it's very hard for me to feel proud by, say, selling t shirts or sunglasses and things like those. I think that when it comes to business, it is not just about us making money, but us making someone else's life better and, of course, making people happy. True? And let me share with you why being in this business is so much more easier to generate income. It's because the fact is the most valuable commodity to wealth is knowledge. If you want to make more money, if you want to become wealthier, all you need to do is get the right knowledge and take action on those knowledge that you have acquired, right? Now, ironically, for someone to increase his or her salary in a job, it's also based on how knowledgeable this person is. If he wants to have a raise in his job, he or she just need to improve the knowledge that he has. That's why he may go to study, say, MBA, or to get more certifications. All of those are knowledge. So if you want to help someone, you help them by giving them the right knowledge. Because knowledge is also the key for your better health, your better happiness, and almost everything. So this is why I'm so excited with the digital e-commerce business because I know that I'm on the right track. How can you improve someone's health with knowledge? If he knows the right food to eat, the right diet, he could be healthier. How can you improve someone's happiness if this person knows how to think the right way, like knowing how to control his or her emotion, being able to be grateful of what he has, this person will achieve happiness. So almost everything in life has to do with knowledge, and you can be in the business of knowledge. And I can also reaffirm you that you are on the right trend. E-learning is now an over $1 billion industry and continues to grow. People today are hungry for knowledge because they know not just you that knowledge is the key for them to attain the goals that they seek, for them to have greater achievement, for them to become wealthy, for them to make more money. They know. And I know what you're thinking, right? But I'm not an expert like you, Patrick. I do not have the knowledge to be monetized. I'm going to share with you something that I hardly share. And it's not because I'm embarrassed about it, but it is just something that I usually don't share. But I want to share it with you today so that I hope I can help you to have the right belief system. Now, this is me. This is me when I was a kid. And that is, of course, Tony Robbins. This is a very old picture. You can see how young Tony Robbins is. I think this is when I was like 21 years old, 22 years old, somewhere around there. You see, when I was a kid, I am sort of a seminar junkie. I hate using that word, but I'm sort of that. Like, I will go and attend seminars and so on. I'm hungry. I'm always into all this motivational stuff. I'm seeking the secret to success. I'm always reading books and so on because I'm passionate about personal development. Even when I don't have the money, I'll find money, right? Like maybe get on a credit card or something so that I can acquire knowledge. I can acquire knowledge that will help me to become wealthy because I know that whatever that I pay on my credit cards, it will pay off by itself when I have the right knowledge. After all, at that time, I was quite an action taker. Like I take action when I spot an opportunity, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so this is how my webpage looks like. This is actually my first webpage back in 2003. You can't find it anymore. You have to go to waybackmachine.org to retrieve this. And I'm gonna tell you my secret webpage, and do not share with anyone else. It's very well. It is not something that I would want to share in that sense, right? So this is how my webpage looks like, and you can see that there's me, um, quite young. The webpage is called esuccessmastery.com, and this is how the webpage looks like. It's very old school, obviously, but look at how horrible the copy is. Now, I'm going to give you the permission to laugh if you want to laugh. I can't see you, so you can laugh all the way whenever you are right now. So let me just read for you the first like headline there, right? There's this sub headline. In only 5 minutes, you can quickly and easily get free motivational and success resources without searching at all. Free success resources. Searching to increase your knowledge for success and make more money. Just fill in the form and presto, you have just received free success resource and motivational ebooks. Now, I mean, the grammar, it's not even correct, right? Um, and there's this whole copy and so on. So I'm not an expert, and I don't even have the skill to do things right. I can't speak or write well in English. That was like 2003. But today I have customers and clients from all around the world, majority from United States. I do not really know about internet marketing, or for the matter, even business. I mean, I'm not a college dropout. I didn't even go college to be dropped out in that sense. Like my highest education was like high school. So they don't teach internet marketing or even business at high schools. They just don't do that. I never been into like a college or university for that matter. I'm definitely not a best-selling author or an international speaker. I have like zero credibility. I just have this webpage. It's called E-Success Mastery. So on this webpage, I was like giving away Think and Grow Rich book because it's a public domain manuscript where you can have the rights to give it away. I think I was doing that. And on top of that, I was too young to talk about success. I mean, who would want to listen to me? I was like a kid. I mean, can I go out there and teach people, hey, this is how you're going to achieve success. I'm gonna teach you. No, I can't do that. I was like figuring out myself. So how did I make money, even if I'm not an expert? You see, the cool part about the digital e-commerce business, you can actually make money from thin air, so to speak. And literally, you can actually do that because technically, in digital e-commerce, there are no physical products. So it's about understanding the business, and it's not about having a product. So you can make money by recommending other people's products, and it's called affiliate marketing. And if you go to a website like clickbank.com, there will be like thousands of products that you can choose from to promote, to recommend. And if someone buy the product based on your recommendation, where you are the quote unquote referral, well, you get paid commissions, and that's called affiliate marketing. Like today, I generate income from ClickBank every single day. So that is basically my daily sales snapshot from ClickBank. It can be verified if you need to just contact ClickBank and ask, is this true or not, right? I mean, this is real. So I hope that you have learned the first secret of eliminating your wrong beliefs, and you should instill the right belief if you want to start online business. Focus on digital e-commerce because it's very low risk. There's no inventory. You don't even need to be an expert to do this. And of course, if you are an expert, if you have the knowledge, then of course it's a bonus. Great so far? Let me know by typing yes in the chat box there. Cool? Alright, so I will move on to the second secret. The second secret of you to outsell your paycheck is that you got to have the formula in order for people to buy from you. And the way how you achieve that, it is not to focus on the product that you're selling or your marketing or the affiliate offers that you are recommending. It is actually to focus on the value that you can give to them. So when it comes to digital e-commerce, with knowledge, it's very easy to deliver value because knowledge is valuable, right? It is just how you present the knowledge to them. And I'll share that with you in today's training. So with that in mind, it's important that you do not do these mistakes, that you are not selling an ebook or videos. You're not selling the so-called the product of the product. Your customers are not buying ebooks or videos. Your customers are not even buying the content. So you're not selling the content either. Does that make sense? Yes? When they buy from you, they get the value that you're offering to them. So the value is basically what you can do for them, what your product can do for them. So in this context, it could be how fast you can solve their problem or how much you can solve their problem. And one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're in this business is that they are investing in themselves and they are not investing in your product. So like when I was young, when I was a kid, when I go for Tony Robbins program and spend thousands, I'm not investing in Tony Robbins. I'm actually investing in myself because it's for my future, it's for my success. So what I've acquired from Tony Robbins is basically the quote unquote knowledge. If your customer understand this, they will achieve success because now they will be responsible towards their own success. And that's great because now they will feel proud of their own success because they are the one who make it, not you, right? And when it comes to value, the key thing, the very key thing of getting someone to buy your product is to focus on what I call the 10x value. Now, this is not the same as like what 10x rules by Grant Cardone, which is an amazing book. The 10x value is something that I've always shared in my offline workshops, in my offline training, in my coaching program, and so on. Is this? It's very straightforward. If someone wants to pay you an amount, you got to be focusing on delivering 10x the value. How much the value? Yes, 10x the value. And if your product can deliver that, guess what? You won't have any friction or even obstacles to get someone to purchase your product. Why wouldn't they want to purchase your product if they are going to get 10x the value? So it's all about focusing on how you can add tremendous value in their lives. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Can you help someone to turn $100 to $1,000? And this could be literal or figurative. And I'll explain further how does the figurative work. But I just want you to ask yourself this question. Like, can you help someone to turn $100 to $1,000? Like, if someone was to give you $100, can you give back $1,000 to them? Can you turn $500 to $5,000? Can you help someone to turn their $500 investment with you into $5,000? I mean, it doesn't have to be instantly because you're not doing any magic. It could be 3 months down the road. Well, if you are able to achieve that, I think people will be lining up, queuing to give you money. So it doesn't have to be just $500 to $5,000, right? So I call it 10x value. Now, in a literal example is where you're helping someone to make money. So this is very straightforward. Like, if you give me $100 and I can help you to make $1,000 back in return, it's a great deal. So that is a very literal example. Figurative would be this, is that can they get back the value of $1,000? To give you an example, let's say the knowledge is about investment. And since cryptocurrency is one of the hottest topic of all time right now, let's say after learning from you, they will know how to mine cryptocurrencies. And that could be 10x back in what they have paid you for. So let's say they pay you $100 and now they have the knowledge on how to mine cryptocurrencies, they could make $1,000 back in return. Now this is quite straightforward because it has to do, and I can give you another example which is not specifically with money in that sense. Let's say it's about being productive. So if someone was to give you $100 and you give him the knowledge on how they can be productive and that allows them to save say an hour a day, right? That could be 10x value in 10 days or in 30 days. You start to see where I'm coming from? Is that whatever solution that you're giving to someone, can it be measured with the ROI of 10x? So I want you to think about that at this moment of time. If you have a product or you're planning to launch an online business, I just want you to think, does your offer do that? And if you're not launching anything, that's totally okay. Just make sure that when you do that, you always think of your customer in advance. Don't think of how you can sell, but think of how you can add value to someone else's life. And it goes by the multiplicity of 10x. And the next one that I want to share with you on how to outsell your paycheck, and the word paycheck could be replaced with anything else. As I shared with you in the beginning of the training, the paycheck is just the metaphor. If you have a job, then it's literally paycheck, right? And this strategy, this concept, the millionaire matrix, is not from me. It's actually concept that I borrowed from Robert G. Allen, the New York Times best-selling author who wrote the book Multiple Streams of Income, Nothing Down, one of the biggest bestsellers of all time about real estate. And also he wrote a book called Cracking the Millionaire Code and 1 Minute Millionaire, which he co-authored with Mark Victor Hansen, who wrote the book Chicken Soup of the Soul. It sold 155 million copies and so on. I mean, we sold millions of copies of books. So I want to share with you about the millionaire metrics, but I will be adapting it towards to outsell your paycheck. So in my book, Taking Cash, which is co-authored with Robert G. Allen, where we share about how to create income streams from the internet from nothing. And basically, we are focusing on digital e-commerce at that time. We have a chapter that I took it from Robert Allen called the Millionaire Matrix. It is simple, but it is so powerful. So I'm going to share with you a page of it, and then I'll elaborate further. And this is in Clicking Cash, the Millionaire Matrix. So the concept is this. Maybe you could find 1,000,000 people that will pay you $1 each, where you'll make $1,000,000. Or maybe you could find 100,000 people who will pay you $10 each, and you'll still make $1,000,000. Maybe you'll find 10,000 people who will pay you, well, you can guess this, $100, and you'll make $1,000,000. Or maybe you could find 1,000 people who will pay you $1,000 and you'll make $1,000,000. Or maybe you could find 100 people that will pay you $10,000 each and you'll make $1,000,000. Or maybe you could find 10 people who will pay you $100,000 each and you'll make $1,000,000. And finally, you may find one person who will pay you $1,000,000, and that's $1,000,000. So by understanding the millionaire matrix, you just need to know how much your product is worth and how many people you need to reach. And all of this is about selling knowledge. How valuable is your knowledge? And how many people will want to pay you for it? And obviously, it is something very possible because we are talking about the internet here. We're talking of mass market. I mean, you're not trying to sell, say, a water filter in your town where you just have X amount of people who wants to use water filter. We're not referring to that. We're referring to knowledge. We're referring to digital e-commerce that continues to work when you are sleeping because you're tapping on the entire world. So now we're going to adapt that to outsell your paycheck. So I did a Google how much an average American earns in a month, and why we use America for a simple reason. America is the powerhouse of the world. Yes, I know China is growing and all this kind of cool stuff that's happening all around the world. But if you talk about the English market, America is still number one. So if you want to do research, right, I think America is always a good benchmark. True? Right? So this is what Quora responded with, that an average wage is about 3,861 US dollar. And now we are going to apply the millionaire matrix to this number. Now, of course, I do not know how much income you make. This is just a ballpark so that we can continue with the training to illustrate to you how does the millionaire matrix is being applied to outsell your paycheck. So what you're going to do right now is just run it in your mind. How much incoming income that you need to outsell your paycheck. And the paycheck could be your salary if your goal is to not rely on your salary for your income. Meaning that you will now have the option to quit if you want to quit your job. If not, you want to keep your job and that's fine. But you're no longer dependable on it. So I know this is all very confidential and very private. So you do not need to let me know how much you're making from your quote unquote paychecks. But have that number in your mind right now. All right. So I want to run through here a very simple exercise. You ready? Yes. Just let me know in the chat box there. All right. Okay, great. So now here's what I want you to understand, and this may be the point that it changed your paradigm. So let's say you want to hit more than $4,000 a month, and of course, if you are in different country, then you just change it to your own currency. I mean, if you are in Australia, then it will be Australian dollar. If you are in UK, you will be in pound. If you're in Canada, you will be in Canadian dollar. If you're in Singapore, it will be Singapore dollar. If you're in Malaysia, it will be Malaysian ringgit. And if you're in countries where US dollar is stronger than your currency, then that's a super extra big bonus for you. So let's look at this simple math here. You only need 3 sales per day if each sale is a $50 sales. And with 3 sales per day for 30 days, you will have made $4,500. Just 3 sales. Now, if you feel that you can even do better, right? If you just get 2 sales where each of the sale is $100 in value per day for the next 30 days, that is 6,000 US dollar. And bear in mind that you do not need to have your own product in the digital e-commerce business. I mean, these 2 sales could be affiliate sales. Like when I first start, I don't have my own product. In fact, today, right now, I'm still promoting affiliate programs. Why wouldn't I? It's such an easy way to generate income. There's no fulfillment. I don't need to create a product. I mean, it is so straightforward. So again, it doesn't matter whether they are your products or an affiliate program. But if you feel that, hey, $50 per sale may be a bit challenging, it's too stretched because you are a newbie perhaps. Now, what if it's just $20 per sale? And if you still want to make more than $4,000 per month, you just need to get 7 sales for $20 each. So 7 times $20 sales per day for 30 days, that's $4,200. And that could be your profit because unlike physical e-commerce, there's no real fulfillment cost and there's no inventory cost. Of course, advertising is a whole different thing because if you do physical e-commerce, you will also be advertising the business, right? But just so you know, with digital e-commerce and like my model with ClickBank, I get free traffic. There are strategies of how you can build a digital e-commerce business without even spending money on advertising. So now you know how much is your own paycheck. So you just need to figure out how many sales you need for the amount of sale. That's it. And if you couldn't think of one, you can just use any of these models. $50 per sale or $100 per sale or as little as $20 per sale and work out the number. So when you understand the millionaire matrix, it works like magic. But there's a flaw there. There's a flaw in my maths because you actually make more than $4,000 with digital e-commerce. Now, for instance, if you're supposed to make $4,500 with the first model, if you're supposed to make $6,000 with the second model, and you're supposed to make $4,200 with the third model, there's a flaw where you actually make more than that. And the reason is this, is that the first thing is this, if you're promoting affiliate programs, let's say each sale gives you $50 commission, you actually make more than your expected income at the end of the month because if you promote affiliate programs for a digital product like in ClickBank, they will usually have upsells, which means that the same customers may have purchased more than a single product, and all of those will contribute to your additional commissions, which of course leads to your income. The commissions is your income. And if you're selling your own products, once they become your customers, you're also building your own customer list. Therefore, your customers, they may buy from you again within that 30 days period of time. I mean, you could even be promoting an affiliate program to your own customer list in that 30 days. So you definitely will be making more money than your original calculated goal. So the millionaire matrix, this is how the model works. You use the millionaire matrix for phase one to outsell your paycheck. So you determine how much is your paycheck. Once you have that model successful, you will know how much per sale that you can make, and then you'll be able to start scaling it up by selling more units. And then we will go to phase two, where you're going to focus on using the millionaire matrix to make $10,000 per month. And once you hit phase two, then you go for phase three, going for $100,000 per month. So once you have a plan like this, a goal, then you'll be able to start working towards it this year, rather than going out and say, hey, I want to make $100,000, right? But where to start, you see? And of course, I cannot teach you how to make $1 million per month because I haven't reached that yet at this moment of time. You probably need to find some other people to do that, but be careful because many people never achieve that, and they simply say that because they just want to sell their $10,000 mentoring program or some coaching program and so on. This is where you need to fall back to my first secret of eliminating the wrong belief. I'd like to share with you another thing is that one day I was at home and I was preparing some training on my laptop to teach my clients. As you know, I have offline programs as well. I asked myself this question: why do so many people fail? Despite that they have attended, say, a 3 days workshop, they have gone through a course, they have read ebooks and so on, and yet they fail. So I ponder on this point and try to figure it out. Why is it so? And finally, I sort of know the answer. The answer is that it is not a one-time off. I'm going to explain to you what do I mean by this. But to understand this, we need to visit how people acquire knowledge and being able to apply what they have learned. So I went to Google and I did a research to know how does the mainstream market do this, because big corporations, companies, they have figured this out, right? I mean, if they were to hire digital marketers, how would they qualify someone to be accepted in this expertise? So I went out there and I looked for, if someone wants to study degree for digital marketing, how long would it actually take, right? So these are a few one that comes out. This is in UK, and I was going through like the syllabus, and it's 3 years, 3 years for full time. And if you want to like study for part time, that would be like 4 years. And of course, the fee is about between 9,000 to 13,000 pound. I do not know how much that works in US dollar, but it's in somewhere five figure and so on. So I look around further on others, and this is in Geneva Business Schools, right? And this is getting your BBA in digital marketing. And this is the description. Bachelor of degree, I would assume that is the case. I mean, I don't really know because remember, I didn't go to college, I didn't go to university, so I'm trying to figure this out, how all of these things work. But I just want to know like the duration. It's 3 years. 3 years to be an expert in that sense, and it's 12,450 franc, Swiss franc, and that works out to be, I think, about 11,000 US dollar or 12,000 US dollar, whatever the price is, right? Let's look on program in United States. So there are several of those available, like Suffolk University for undergraduate, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Marketing and Digital Marketing. For full time, that would require 124 semester hours. I have no clue what a semester hours looks like, but 124 means a lot, right? And the fee is 38,000 US dollar per year, and this is like 90 credit hours and so on. Now, I realized that for someone to be really good at what they do, is that it has never been a one-time off. I mean, let's say you are working in a job. Why do you think that you're so good in your job? It's because you have spent years to learn it in college, universities, and so on. Then, if you're really good in your job, it's probably because you have spent years practicing what you have learned. So, this is what I mean by it is not a one time off. Because many people who fail falls into this mentality that all they need to do is say attend a 2 days workshop and it's going to transform their life, and they will walk out and you will know how to set out your web page, start selling, become a master copywriter, and all this kind of cool stuff, right? They buy some course like a video course, like a 5 modules course and so on, or some even go through a more elaborated courses, uh, or some who are like really confident with themselves, they just buy an ebook and expect to become a pro after reading that ebook. Now, I'm not saying that all of those do not work. It may work for some. But let's say this person is not a pro, probably a newbie or intermediate and so on. Do you think that by just completing a 2 days workshop, he or she will be able to become an expert? Or reading an ebook or watching like 5 video courses or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be helpful and so on, but I don't think that would take that person to a whole next level and become highly successful. True? So to succeed, I figured out that I need to help and coach them on a regular basis, even from a newbie to become an expert. Maybe it's not going to take 3 years, right? But it has to be regular basis. And when I check back on my track of success with my past clients, I realized something that all of those who became very successful today, who become gurus of themselves, guess what? When I first started training them, they were once newbies. I'd like to share with you my new coaching program, the latest one, the Internet to Income Insider, where I'll share with you, I'll teach you or coach you on how to build a highly profitable digital e-commerce business with the focus of aiming to make $10,000 per month. And I haven't been doing any coaching or live training program for this for years now. And I'll share with you later on why I've decided to start helping again. But before that, I have good news for you. I want to share with you 2 free bonuses that is going to make you very excited. They are the kind of program that will help you to get started to launch your digital e-commerce business. Or if you are already building a digital e-commerce business, this training is going to help you to easily increase your profits. The first one is the digital e-commerce blueprint worth $497. Now, this is my go-to training to teach anyone, whether he or she is a newbie or an existing internet marketer, on how to build the digital e-commerce business by being a product curator. And inside this training, I literally share the same model that I use to build a 7-figure business. So this program is actually a program that my existing customers are purchasing right now and buying. I will show you more about what it is. So it's currently selling through ClickBank. This is the webpage where we are currently selling the product, where it basically tells them about the 5 parts of the training. And of course, if you want to buy this as a separate product, it's available at Digital E-commerce Blueprint. Now, the training is actually taken from my 2 days workshop, where it is worth $1,000 by itself. Because not everyone can attend offline workshop, I've taken the time to digitalize the entire training so that you can access it over the internet. And as I've mentioned to you, it's available online and you can click here to purchase the product for $497 if you like to. The second big bonus that I'm going to give it to you today is the CB Super Affiliate Coaching worth $997. Now, this is my premier training to train any digital marketer or a newbie how to start affiliate marketing on the right track to become a super affiliate. So I'm not focused on how to make 1 or 2 sales, but how can you become a super affiliate like me? This training is currently selling for $997 at superaffiliate.training. So this is how the webpage looks like, how to become a super affiliate, the secret strategies to making $10,000 or more of monthly commissions. And I share the 3 core strategies, the 3 core components on how to become a super affiliate. And this is some of the proof that I generate consistent monthly commissions. And I've been invited to ClickBank HQ as one of their super affiliates. And you will see I have testimonials from some of the biggest product creator or internet marketer in our community. Like for instance, Michael Cheney is the top 2 product creator in jvzoo.com. You probably have heard of Anik Singhal, who is the founder of Learn and the best-selling author of The Circle of Profits. And then there's of course testimonials from Russell Brunson as well, who is an 8-figure marketer and the founder of ClickFunnels. So this program is offered for $997, and you can go ahead and click here to order if you want to. But I'm actually giving these 2 amazing programs for free today. You get instant access right now. So when you want to start digital e-commerce, you can choose to start as a product creator or you want to start as an affiliate marketer. It doesn't matter. You can choose either one of these and eventually you'll go through both of the program. So you can start with affiliate marketing, and once you start generating commissions, generating income, then you can start to explore the world of being a product creator. Or you want to go ahead and start a product creator because you feel that you have the knowledge to share, you can do that as well. So the Internet to Income Insider is based on 3 foundation, and this is why I'm so confident that this program is going to help so many people to start their digital e-commerce business successfully and probably enough to quit their jobs or do anything else that they like. So the 3 foundation is launch, coach, and consult. Like how to launch your business successfully and to coach you so that you're on track, and of course to consult you on your marketing campaigns and your projects. So launch is about how to launch your digital e-commerce business to get customers globally as either a creator or an affiliate. So it's about you getting the right training and the latest marketing strategies that are proven to work. And humbly, I think I know about this because I'm in the field. I do internet marketing. That's what I do for a living. So what if you can see my marketing campaigns? What if you can learn from strategies that I've tested and now you can apply them? Coach is about getting ongoing coaching to keep you on track and answering your questions. Now, when you're building your online business, I'm quite sure that you're going to face challenges and you may even have questions that you need to be answered. And that's where you need to have a coach. Finally, consult is where you need personalized consultation. Yes, personalized for your particular situation and for your particular business, for your marketing campaigns and also your digital e-commerce business projects. So this is probably the most important factor of all. In fact, it can even be called the X factor of why people fail, because they learn stuff, they learn good strategies, they get new ideas, but they weren't able to apply that into their own business because they need consultation. They need the expert to consult how all of these strategies or these ideas can be applicable into their current situation. So let me walk you through all of the components that you will get inside the Internet to Income Insider. The first component is the marketing campaign and strategic training worth $2,500. So each month, I'll be producing a new training where it's either going to be based on a marketing campaign that we did so that you can follow the strategies, the campaign, and this campaign can also be our client's campaign. So of course, we get their permission, we dissect that and so on, and then we share it with you or the training could be what we call the strategic training on how you can build your digital e-commerce business. You see, the marketing campaigns are usually more tactical because those are the things that you see what is working. Whereas the strategic training, it is more focused on the big idea and also methods that you can use that is evergreen. And the most unique part about this component here, the marketing campaign and the strategic training, which is worth $2,500, is that there is not a one-way training where you get access, you go through it, and that's about it. It will be archived so that you are able to access it and ask questions in the discussion. Now, that is the most powerful part of all, that there will be a discussion session for every marketing campaign and strategic training that I put inside the member area for you. Component number 2 is called the live insider coaching sessions worth $3,000. And not just one, but I'm going to do 2 live insider coaching sessions with you every single month. And $3,000 is the real value, which I'm being very conservative. So what is the live insider coaching sessions is all about? Now, every month I'll get on a live training with you and other clients where you'll be able to ask questions, to interact with me, to discuss with me about your marketing campaigns and your online business. So you'll be given a special page before you attend the insider coaching session. You'll be able to submit your details and I'll review that live. I'll critique it for you and we'll continue discussion on the coaching session itself. And you want to know what makes this even much more valuable? Because when I'm working with another client live, you'll be able to be listening and watching what I'm advising the other client. So you automatically get 10x more value because my sessions with them are accessible to you as well. Moving to component number 3 is the Internet to Income Inner Circle worth $3,000. I have a private group where you get to access, and this is where you'll be able to ask questions there, get reviews, and so on. And at the same time, I will also be sharing short strategies, or should I say, quote unquote, chunks of ideas, tips, and so on that comes in randomly. For instance, right? If let's say you are looking for an autoresponder service and you're not too sure which one to choose, so usually you will go to like some free forum to ask and so on. But you know what happens when you ask for a free forum? You get free advice. And that's probably the most expensive advice because there's zero accountability to that. Or you need to go and read some reviews and so on the internet. But with the Inner Circle, here's a platform where you can ask for recommendations, you can ask to verify certain tools, resources, and so on. In fact, with this, you probably wouldn't even need any other forums or groups that you have joined elsewhere that you're paying every month for. Moving to the 4th component, you will get to attend not 1 but 2 live workshops per year that's worth $4,000. The live workshops could be 1 day or it could even be 2 days where I'll be training you live. And these live events, these live workshops will be held in Malaysia. And if you are from overseas, that's okay because you will get the recorded version of it once the workshop is complete. So you're not going to lose anything for that matter. And when it is available as a recorded version, there will also be the discussion area where you can continue to ask questions after the event is over. But if you can travel or you like to travel to Malaysia or you happen to be in Malaysia, then yes, you will get a free seat to my live workshops 2 times a year. So these are the 4 components that you get in Internet to Income Insider. And the total value is $13,994 with component number 1 where you get the marketing campaign and strategy training worth $2,500. Component number 2, 2 live insider coaching sessions worth $3,000. Component number 3, the Internet to Income Inner Circle worth $3,000. Component number 4, 2 live workshops per year worth $4,000. And of course, you're going to get the 2 bonuses, the digital e-commerce blueprint worth $497 and also the CB Super Affiliate worth $997. And that adds up to the value of $13,994 US dollar. Now, how about adding an extra $3,000 to your bank account, say 30 days later on? And this is for you if you are, say, a newbie and you just got started and you do not know how to, lack of a better word, to make money online. Like, how do you get started? So this is a training that I actually did for my private client, where it was also firm. I'm going to share with you a simple blueprint with affiliate marketing, how you can start making money online within these 30 days itself. So if you are new and you haven't gone through my training and so on, you start with this. You start with the 30 days profit plan and start taking action. Now, what would your spouse say if you start making a few $1,000s per month? Wouldn't that be cool, right? Even if you don't make $3,000, but let's say within the next 30 days, you make a few $100 from the internet. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't your spouse be really excited for you? And of course, if you is already exposed with internet marketing and you get on my internet to income insider and they start using all my strategies and so on, who knows, from $1,000 you could be making $10,000. And the question is that how much it will cost for me to train you, to coach you, and to consult you, not one time off, not like hiring me for, say, an hour, right? But regularly, like with me every single month, and to train you for the next 12 months. Like we start right now and we work out for the entire year to coach you through that process. And just think how much your business is going to be if that happens. Using my proven strategies, those strategies that are not shared to everyone because I wouldn't want everybody to use my current strategies, and I coach you and I consult you on your business. What do you think will happen to you, to your financial income? So how much will it cost? Well, my mentoring clients pays me 25K so they can access to me. When I used to have a program, that's what they pay, 25K. Otherwise, I am not accessible. I'm not saying this to sound arrogant and so on, but that is simply the truth. And it is not that I do not want to help, it's not that I do not appreciate the 25K, but because I'm quite comfortable with what I'm making from the internet, you see. So I do not need to rely on this extra income stream. So you have seen this earlier in the presentation of my daily income from ClickBank. This is from just ClickBank from one of my account. Now, this is not some lucky moment and so on. I mean, this is what I make almost every single day. So let me show you another daily sales snapshot. As you can see, these are different dates, different month, and this was taken on obviously November 11. That's why you see 0.00 on that day itself because the day hasn't started. Now, if you don't believe me that these are real numbers, go ahead and ask ClickBank. And you know, I've been doing this, I've been making this for years right now. So this is an older income shot, my daily sales snapshot. In fact, a few years ago, to be more precise. So now, if you are making this amount of money, I know it's not like super much, but if you are making this amount of money on a daily basis, is it fair for me to say that you'll be a bit lazy? Because I spend my time to build systems, and that's what I teach you in Internet to Income Insider. So when I build systems, I don't have to work so hard anymore. Yes, you know, there are some work involved for me to get started, to build the system, to automate the business, but I don't mind doing all of those because after that, this is what I get to enjoy. I get to work very little every day to make passive income. The truth is, this is not my final income. I did not even show you income snapshot from PayPal, Stripe, JVZoo, and all of those. So I don't want to do any coaching program, mentoring program, consulting, and so on. I just want to do my own stuff. So why you decide to start coaching again? Why I decide to start coaching again? I mean, I'm living very comfortably right now. Now, until I read this book called The 10X Rules by Grant Cardone. It's a very good book because the content triggers me a few things. In fact, it makes me quote unquote feel uncomfortable, right? Now, the first thing is this, that after reading this book, I realized a few things, and I'm embarrassed to say that I've been selfish by being lazy and enjoying my lifestyle. Now, I don't put this on my blog or something like that. I'm just telling you here in this training because I've been enjoying the wealth from the internet quietly while others are struggling to quit their jobs. And I know this because I used to be in their shoes in the past. And there are people who are worrying about their bills, taking care of their family, and so on. They are struggling. There are people who are frustrated of looking for answers. They search high and low in Google to find answers and everything else. They continue to buy courses after courses and so on. And the worst is that there are people, others are being scammed by self-proclaimed gurus and experts every single day, right? Because these are innocent people who wants to change their life, have a better lifestyle for themselves and their family. And I feel that I'm blessed with what I've acquired, the knowledge, and I feel that it's my responsibility to contribute. So the 10x rules make me feel uncomfortable when I'm not contributing of what I've gotten in the past. And the other thing that makes me feel uncomfortable about is that I haven't truly taken my business 10x. So you know that I'm a big fan of ClickBank by now. I'm also the platinum partner of ClickBank, where if you achieve certain amount of revenue with ClickBank, you will be considered as a platinum partner. So I've been a platinum partner of ClickBank for many years, and when I read the book 10x Rules by Grant Cardone, I get so motivated to take my business to the whole next level because I realize that it is just a matter of changing my mindset. That you know that you can achieve success if you just change your mindset, that the opportunity is in front of you and it's a matter of whether you want it or not. So I'm taking my business to go 10x in ClickBank because of what I have achieved with ClickBank. It's like I'm not doing much with it. I was the co-organizer for ClickBank Asia way back in 2015, and that's like the first ClickBank Asia ever. I was also the speaker there, and I think I've been too comfortable. I mean, if you're making good income every day, if you're making thousands every day, right, I think you will feel quite comfortable as well. And of course, if you build the business and create systems, that is something that you can have for yourself, and that will put you into a very comfort zone. So how do I go 10x? Now, if I start training new clients, and if I coach them, if I work with them for 12 months, I have this confidence that they are going to achieve success because it's no longer one time off. Well, in those months or working together for a year, if they find me to be a trustworthy and good mentor, there's a possibility that they will also see value in having me as a partner. So instead of me launching 10 businesses, what if I partner with 10 partners to scale up the business to the whole next level? So this is my idea of how I'm going to bring my company, my business to 10x fold. Now, these are all the exciting components and products that you'll be getting with Internet to Income Insider. The marketing campaigns and strategic training, the insider coaching sessions, access to the inner circle, seats to live workshops, and then the two additional training program, which are the bonuses, the digital e-commerce blueprint and the CB super affiliate training. And the total value is $13,994. And if that's valuable, I'm excited to share with you additional bonuses that you'll be getting if you decide to join me today. And these are the additional bonuses on top of these 6 components that you will be getting. The first one is Traffic to Income Masterclass. Now, this program is where I will be teaching you specifically on how to get targeted traffic for almost any kind of online businesses. And it's going to be very specific based on the strategies that our company is using. It is such a massive program that it is separate out into 3 months, where each month there will be modules and specific methods of getting traffic. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of how it looks like. So when you first get access, you get to access month 1. And once you click on it, the first training that you have is called the strategic traffic training, where you understand the entire foundation, the entire blueprint, the entire system of how I get traffic. How traffic, it is more like a science than an art to me because there's a system around it. And in the first month, we will cover Social Strategy 2.0, where I share with you how I use Facebook to get traffic. But this is not the so-called the ordinary type of Facebook training. I mean, this is all strategies driven, and it's going to be based on steps that we are currently using. I mean, this is not tutorials based. Why? Because if you want tutorials, I'm going to give you a link. In fact, inside this training, you have links to Facebook tutorials. I'm not going to repeat that. I'm going to teach you strategies. So this is actually recorded from my past workshop. Just like when you join Internet to Income Insider, you get to attend 2 live workshops. Now, this is an example of the live workshop that we did previously, and now it's being edited, and some of the videos from that recording has been added to be part of the Traffic to Income Masterclass training. But this year, you will still be able to get to attend the live workshops if you want to come. If not, then it's totally okay because you'll still be getting the recorded version. Bonus number 2 that you will get is a 10-day copywriting class. Now, this is a very powerful manual that has been constructed to be like a class. So it's going to be a 10-day structure where we'll break it out to you like day 1, what you should be focusing on and how to write for day 1. Like for instance, the headline, and then there will be day 2 and so on. So within 10 days, the goal is that you'll be able to complete a brand new sales letter to promote your digital e-commerce product. This is the exact checklist that we use for our own sales letters as well. Next, you also get our autoresponder software called Automation Card Responder. Now, why do I want to offer you an autoresponder when there are so many autoresponder services out there? Now, the reason is this, is that in case you just got started, right? So right now, if you just got started, and if you say sign up with a good autoresponder like maybe Aweber or GetResponse, now those are all the names of autoresponder software. But the thing is that, right, there's a monthly charge, there's a monthly fee for autoresponder services, and that's understandable because they need to manage the software. But if you just got started, you may not have a mailing list yet. You do not have email subscribers. So the solution that we have for our clients is to give them an autoresponder where they will only pay when they use. When I say the word use, which means that when they send out emails. Now, if they don't send out emails, there's no cost. Now, wouldn't that be better when you first get started? And eventually, once you have a bigger mailing list, then you start to subscribe to those mainstream autoresponders like Aweber, GetResponse, and so on, because you'll be more cost effective to pay a monthly fee than pay per use. Now, as part of the bonuses, not only that you get the software, the autoresponder software, but it also comes with 100K of outgoing emails credit, which means that you don't even need to pay for the first 100K outgoing emails. And if you did use up the 100K outgoing email credit, you should be celebrating because logically you should be making money from the internet if you're able to send out 100K of emails. So this is going to take away your operation cost when you first got started. And the other cool bonus that you're going to get, which is going to worth thousands of dollars, is the archive of the marketing campaigns that I have created for my previous private clients. Which means when you first got started, like right now itself, you don't even need to wait for the next marketing campaign and strategic training to be released. You can start your training by accessing the previous marketing campaigns that I have created. Originally, I planned to sell these, and which I think I will be selling these in the future as like an upsell or an upgrade or something like that. But right now, you're going to get it for 100% free. Again, it is worth thousands of dollars. You get all of these for free right now if you decided to get on board. a program like this would have been offered at 25K in the past. But what if it is less than a cup of Starbucks latte? What if it's less than $3.65 per day? What if you don't drink a cup of latte? You could literally build a highly profitable 5-figure online business. The question is, are you fine to sacrifice a cup of coffee a day? So I just think of a simple math, right? Because when I think of like $3.65, it's sort of, could this really be true? And I was thinking that if you make, say, $100 per day, just $100 per day, by using my strategies, my system, and remember, not only that you get access to my program, my training, but I also be coaching you and consulting with you. So I think it's fair that you make just $100 per day, right? Now, for $3.65, if I divide with $3.65, it means that I could buy about 27 cups of coffee, which means that for a day's income, it can afford to buy you almost a month of supply of coffee for a day's profit. Now, just ponder on this point alone. Would it be better that you buy your coffee with the money that you make from your business, or you continue to buy coffee every day from your own pocket, and at the end of the month, you have nothing left in terms of building your own financial wealth? And then the next month, you still take out $3.65 to buy another cup of coffee. I think a better plan is the buy coffee with the money that you make from your business. And if in one day you make $100 and it's enough to pay for your entire month of coffee, you have 29 more days of profit to keep the money into your pocket. So if you make $100 a day and in 30 days you could make $3,000, I think that's enough for you to buy coffee for maybe years. And of course, a cup of coffee would just be a metaphor. Maybe you don't drink Starbucks. Who knows, right? Maybe you spend $3 per day on something else. Could that be invested in your own financial future? Possible? Maybe not for some. And that's alright, because not everyone is ready to let go of their short-term pleasure for long-term benefits. But some who gets it, like, hey, you know what, I take small sacrifice so that it pays off for years and perhaps for my entire life. Some people get it. Now, to be trained, to be coached, to be supported, to be consulted by me and my team, inside the Internet to Income Insider is as little as $100 per month for 12 months. Just allocating $100 for your online business. The investment is only $1,200 annually. That's it. And your entire education is covered to succeed with digital e-commerce, where a traditional conventional education will probably cost you on average maybe 10 times more, maybe $15,000 if you were to study, say, a degree for digital marketing. Who knows? And because you are here right now, I have a very special discount for you, as you have taken the time to be here, and I know that you're committed for success. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be watching this video. So I want to give you a special discount. Instead of $1,200, it would just be $997 annually today, which means it's going to be less than $100 per month, and you get all of the components that I have promised you today. So what are you getting today? Let's do a quick recap again. The marketing campaign and strategic training worth $2,500. 2 live insider coaching sessions worth $3,000, the Internet to Income Inner Circle worth $3,000, 2 live workshops per year worth $4,000, the Digital E-commerce Blueprint worth $497, the CB Super Affiliate Training Program worth $997, where you get instant access, Traffic to Income Masterclass worth $997, the 10-day copywriting class, which is a manual, autoresponder software, our automation card responder with 100K of outgoing email credit added inside. The archive of the marketing campaigns that I've created for my private clients in the past. So these are the amazing products and components that you'll be getting right now today when you get on board. And instead of $1,200 annually, I'm doing a special promotion for you right now with a discounted price of only $997 annually. But I want to do something even more outrageous for you right now. And the outrageous thing is this, is that only available now for founding members privilege. So you are going to be a founding member because Internet to Income Insider just got launched. As a founding member, I want to show you further appreciation because as founding members, my core objective is to get success stories. You know that, right? I'm automatically motivated to help you succeed. Otherwise, my product would not be deemed to be valuable. So when you get on board right now, you're going to get lifetime access to Internet to Income Insider. So you will see the button there on your page, on your video right now. Go ahead and click on it and secure your spot ASAP because this is an amazing opportunity for you. Lifetime access. Right now, you don't even have to feel pressure that you only have 12 months. So if you're busy right now, that's okay because you have lifetime access. So take advantage of this opportunity right now. If the box somehow is not appearing in front of you, there should be other links at the comment chat and so on. My moderator will be putting that up and you can click on the link to check out immediately. Isn't this exciting with a lifetime access? And if you're excited, right, I'm going to make you even more excited. So if you're excited, just type excited and I'm going to show you something very special that I've arranged for you. Go ahead and type excited for me to know that you're excited with what you're getting right now. Because I feed on excitement and when I'm excited, the deal just gets even better. So here's what I'm going to do for you right now, okay? Get ready. I'm going to give you a very exclusive and rare bonus for founding members, but this is going to be for the next 10 clients. Fair? Now, because this bonus is going to be shipped to your doorstep, so it's going to be a physical product. Now, my co-author of Clicking Cash, Robert G. Allen, is my mentor. I've benefited so much from his knowledge and his wisdom, and of course, his training as well. You see, apart than being my co-author, my mentor, my friend, he is also a business partner of mine previously. And in that process, I found out that he has this very rare product where it's a drive that contains some of the most powerful trainings that he has, in my opinion. And these trainings are essentials for someone to learn how to create wealth. Because I've gone through this training. So I approached Robert Allen and I asked him, can I acquire this drive from you? Like, I want to purchase the rights to sell these products to my customers. I was fortunate to purchase 100 units from Robert Allen. And of course, I've sold many of them, many. Now, today, I still have a few units left of this incredible product. I call this the Robert G. Allen Audio Collection Drive. It contains some of the best training I've ever heard from Robert G. Allen himself. In this drive, it contains the Cracking the Millionaire Code course that's worth $97, which contains 8 hours and 35 minutes. Have you heard of the best-selling book called Cracking the Millionaire Code, which he co-authored with Mark Victor Hansen, the author who wrote the book called Chicken Soup of the Soul? Now, this is the audio version of Cracking the Millionaire Code by Robert G. Allen and Mark Victor Hansen. The next one is this, is the course called How to Make Millions in Your Information Business and Creating Your $1 Million Bestseller course worth $1,497. And this training is 12 hours and it's actually the recording of his past workshops. Now, just so you know, when Robert Allen has his workshops in the past, students attendees pays $5,000 to sit in, to attend, to listen to what he is teaching. $5,000 for a 3 days workshop. So this is the recorded version of it. And in this training, it shares about how to make millions from info product business, which is ideal for digital e-commerce because we are dealing with digital products, and also how to create your best-selling book. Then when you have a bestseller course, how do you make millions from it? And this is worth $1,497 itself. The next course is called Power of Persuasion course. Now, it is one of the best courses that I've gone through many years ago, even before I found out that it's available inside this drive. Now, this is worth $2,997, and it is also taken from a class that he did. I believe it was like a 2 or 3 days class. And in this drive, after it's being edited and so on, it's 17 hours and 30 minutes. Now, Power of Persuasion basically teach you the power of influence. And you definitely want to master this, not just in the offline world, but also in the online world. Like for instance, when you're doing videos, when you're doing, say, webinars and so on, how do you influence? How do you persuade? How do you sell? So go through this training. I'm telling you, it's a must go through training. I've seen Robert Allen speaks. Now, do you know that he has the record of generating 7 figure of sales from a 90 minutes presentation on stage? Now, that is power of persuasion. Next, you also get the Inner Wealth course with $1,997, which contains 14 hours and 44 minutes, and also is extracted from one of his live workshop, live class. The Inner Wealth course is a very important training that everyone should go through, because as we go out there and apply all kinds of strategies to generate income and so on, right, to make our millions, we must also master our inner game. If you don't master the inner game, guess what? It's very hard for you to achieve success with all these strategies and so on. Do you see why some people continue to fail and fail and fail despite going through all kinds of training and so on? Well, because they never master their millionaire mindset. They don't know the inner game. And remember that I shared with you that my business becomes 10x after I spent time with Robert G. Allen. Do you know what really happens? It's because I changed my inner game. It was never about my so-called outer game. But when I was able to alter that, right, now the game is different. And my time spent with Robert G. Allen is where I've grown, I've improved, I've mastered my inner game. And this is what the Inner Wealth course is all about. And the fifth one is the Information Multimillionaire Infopreneuring Manual worth $499. Now, this is a very, very big PDF manual where it teaches more on the steps, and also include the tactical aspect on how you start an infopreneuring business. And finally, is Robert Allen's Money Power System for making your real estate fortune with $997. Now, this guide, right, it is not even published anywhere when I got it. It is his unpublished material that was added inside this drive. So if you're into like real estates, where Robert G. Allen's original forte comes from, where he wrote the book called Nothing Down, Creating Wealth, where he was known as the top expert of creating wealth, creating millions from real estate, right? So if you're into real estate, then this manual is for you. Maybe you're not into real estate yet at this moment of time. Maybe once you make more money from the internet, where you have accumulated $10,000, $20,000, and so on, maybe you want to start to explore real estate, and this guide may come in handy. So you're going to get this for free, where I will be shipping to your doorstep. So go ahead and click the button right now, because we have very, very limited units. I'm going to give this for the next 10 clients to get on board. Now, this rare bonus is probably worth your investment today itself, because you couldn't even get this anymore. It's a rare bonus that I have right now with me because I have some leftover units. If you're wondering like how valuable is this drive, the total value is $8,084 US. Here's a recap again of what you are getting today for Internet to Income Insider. The first 10 products and components are something I shared with you earlier, and right now the 11th component is the Robert G. Allen Audio Collection Drive, and again, it is very, very limited. So now with this bonus, it expand beyond just about digital e-commerce, because we want to train you to become wealthy, to create wealth, and also achieving your freedom. And online business is the vehicle that can help you to achieve that. So the total value is $22,078 for your today's investment. And remember, once you get on board today, your investment, your discounted investment of 997 is no longer for annual fee, but for lifetime fee, which means it's going to be a one-time off investment. Now, if you are excited, let me know that. And if you're in, let me know that. Type that and say yes. And if you do that right now, if you do that, for those of you who do that by typing yes, I'm gonna do something insane for you, right? Go ahead and type yes, that you are excited. Let me see. Now, get ready to click on the button right now because, like I said, we are only doing this for 10, and on top of getting the exclusive rare bonus of Robert G. Allen audio collection drive, I'm going to do this crazy thing for founding members privilege. Instead of 997, I'm going to offer it to you for only 497 with lifetime access. So if somehow you cannot find the button, right? If it's not in the chat, if it's not appearing on the video or whatever it is, well, here's your last resort. Go to this URL, internettoincome.com/checkout, and it's only for 10 clients. So I want to do a quick recap that your investment is not 1,200 per year. It is not $997 per year. It is not even $997 lifetime, but only $497 for lifetime access. This is an incredible package I've put together for you. In fact, the bonus itself that you're getting, the Robert G. Allen collection drive, that itself will have already worth the entire investment. I mean, there are 3 to 4 workshops that was recorded from Robert Allen's training, and the students has paid $5,000 to actually get a seat in the workshop room itself, in the class. So I'm very excited about this program because this is brand new, and I'm really excited of how I can help you to work together and to build on this business. Now, the reason why my eyes is looking there is because I just saw there's just so many chats coming in, and at the same time I got to take a short break right now. I've been talking, I've been sharing, I've been presenting, I've been training. So I'm gonna take a short break, about say about 20 seconds to drink water. And at the same time, I also noticed um, there are some who have already secured their spots. I like to congratulate Anthony Parker from Florida. I guess you have already secured your spot there. So welcome to the Internet to Income Insider. So you'll be receiving once you register, once you secure, you'll be taken to a registration page. And once you register, you'll receive your welcome email. And the welcome email will ask for your shipping address so that I can ship you the physical product bonus. And everything will go from there. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and drink water, take a very short break, and then I will resume with some Q&A. I received many Q&A right now that are coming in right now, and it's like a lot coming in that you just couldn't see that because they're all private. So what I'll do is that I'm going to compile some Q&As and I'll resume within the next 20-30 seconds. If you're on the fence and so on, if you haven't secured a spot, you can do that right now because we're only offering 10 units for the special bonus and also this lifetime opportunity deal. Right after that, we'll be offering it at 1,200 per annual, or maybe we'll offer it for 997 per annual. You'll get additional discount if they do like annual plan. If not, it's going to be $100 per month. So anyway, I will go ahead and do the Q&A. And if you feel that this is not something for you, that's okay. I totally understand. I'm just doing what I can to give you the best package that I can put together for you. But if you that, hey, you don't need this, you already have your own mentor, you have the training and so on, that you do not need coach, you do not need consultation, you do not need live training and so on, and that's totally understandable, right? This is where you don't have to wait for me to come back after my short break. All right, let me just go ahead and drink some water and proceed with the Q&A, compiling of the Q&A. So let me just go ahead and work on the plans. So I saw a message from Tom, right? You are most welcome. It's always a pleasure having you as my client. I believe that you have also got into my other programs, so I definitely look forward to working together with you very soon. So let me just drink some water first. So while I do the copy and paste or the Q&As, you should be able to see the button that appears on the page. And if you click on the button, it will take you to the checkout page for you to secure your internet to income insider lifetime access, right? And if not, let me just go ahead and type at the chat box there. Okay, let me just put the link here. Okay. All right, so I will just go ahead and put out some of the Q&A that we have. Just go ahead and pull it out. Let me see where are the files. Now, your question may not be exactly the same, but these are the common questions that we have, and many of these are addressing your question, but they're just in a different presentation in that sense. And I'm not going to like copy exactly the same because it'd be a lot of work for me to sort out. So let me just go ahead and pull out some questions. So, all right, so these are the common questions that we usually have, and these are the questions that I'm seeing right now itself. So the first question is that how much time I need to spend per day, right? So how much time you need to spend? Well, it really depends because this is your business. But to give you some idea, I spend about 2 hours a day for my internet marketing business, but sometimes I could spend less, sometimes I could spend more, depending on how much effort that I want to do, and if I have a new project that I'm launching and so on. If not, after I've created a system and so on, I could work so much more less. So it really depends on how busy you are at the moment of time. But I can tell you that in the beginning, the most time consuming process is basically the learning process, because once you have the knowledge, you'll be able to know what kind of action you should be taking, and that's where the magic happens. So I would say in the beginning it's a bit slower, but after that, once you get it, once you have the knowledge, you'll be so much more easier to build a business. So it really depends on how fast you want to go for. So you will set your goal, you will set your millionaire metrics, but you set your outsell, your Patric metrics, and you'll work from how much you want to make, and then we'll work backwards in that sense, right? The next question is that is there any hidden cost, which is the most common question that we have, and I can totally relate to that because there are all these marketers who they offer something, and then once someone check out and then there's an offer comes out. I mean, frankly, so many people are being hammered with all this lack of a better word, all these upsells, and this has to end one way or the other. So is there any hidden cost? If you're referring to is there any additional upsells once I join, the answer is no. Now this is going to be a monthly program where we will be offering at $100 per month, right? And what you're getting right now is a special arrangement, not at 997 per year, not at 997 lifetime, but only 497 right now. And that consists of many components. Like I want to share with you, but the four key components are the monthly coaching sessions, the marketing campaigns that I will be producing for and show to you, and we also have live events, and of course we also have the internet to income inner circle where you get to access and ask questions and so on. Now that is excluding the bonuses that you get together. But at the same time, is that once you get into this, right, there's no additional upsell. So if there's any so-called hidden costs, those are not from me at all. Like for instance, I teach you how to drive traffic from Facebook ads, and you buy Facebook ads. And Facebook ads is where you're dealing with Facebook. I mean, that is your cost with them, not from me. From my end, there are no additional hidden costs. Whatever knowledge that you need, I'm already providing it to you, and whatever coaching that you need, I'm going to provide to you. So there's no hidden cost in that sense. The next questions, well, I just saw another email coming in. Let me just check that again to make sure that I am greeting new clients, new members. All right. So the next question we have is that, what do you think of list building, right? What do you think of list building? Now, personally, I would say that list building is the very foundation of internet marketing and affiliate marketing. So, from that context, right, uh, if it's digital e-commerce, then list building is definitely a topic that we will be covering. So if you're thinking that would I be learning about list building, the answer is yes. It may not be specifically about list building, but the entire digital e-commerce will definitely encompass list building, which means that you'll be learning how to build subscribers, you'll be learning how to also build customer lists. So if that's the results that you want to achieve, right, like building buyer lists, then this is the program that will teach you how to go through that, because I will also be giving you 2 of my bonuses where I will cover on digital product creation and also how to become a super affiliate, and these 2 are free for you. One, we are selling it for $497. The other one we are selling at $997, but both of these are free for you because you are now on the online workshop called Outsell Your Paycheck. And the next question that we have is that I'm a newbie. Is this suitable for newbies to join? Now, what happened is that before I answer you this question, I actually look back to all my clientels and those people who have achieved tremendous success today. And I realized that most of them are actually newbies when I got started to train them. Like my 25K clients, these are newbies when they first got started. And I realized that because I've been working with them for 12 months, and that's how they became the experts. So if I was to look back again, right, my training is quite suitable for newbies because that's how they got started. They became the experts today because they were once newbie and they were trained. So is this program suitable for newbies? The answer is yes. But if you're an experienced marketer, when you get in, then you go to the whole next level even faster because you already have the so-called basics to go through with that. And let me see if there's another questions coming in. Okay, I'm looking at it because I see some questions are coming in, but at the same time, I have the final common questions that people have. So after I address that, I'm going to address some of the questions that came in, right now. Okay, so the last questions that we have is, can I join tomorrow? Which is a question that you probably have because we have done the outsell your paycheck online workshop for a few rounds right now where we teach a lot and we also offer extended program. Now, the answer is it's totally up to you because it's your money, it is your business, and it's your future, right? And I say it's up to you. I'll say yes and no simply because of this. If you decided to join tomorrow, it makes no difference to me because I will continue to build my digital e-commerce business and I will also be having my clients, my 10 clients to work together with. And nothing really changed in my business from that perspective, right? And if you delay on that, right, you could, but then again, we will not be getting the special bonus, which is the physical drive that I'll be shipping to your doorstep itself. And at the same time, this opportunity right now with the lifetime opportunity, it may no longer be there if you delay further. So if I can suggest you on any options, the best is to lock in your spot right now because that will ensure you to get everything that I've shared that I promised during this live class right now. All right. And I'm going to see some of the um, common questions, not really common questions, but more specific questions that came in. I'm just going to take 2 or 3 of them. And the first one is from Fabian. I bought a CB Pacific Camp. Is this offer completely different? Yes, this is totally different. This is like a brand new coaching program that I'm doing. CB Pacific Camp is more like a standalone program, which I'm not saying it's better or worse and so on, but it's just a whole different program. Whereas this is a coaching program that I'll work with you every month on a coaching course and also be sharing with you new marketing campaigns. So in short, how do you differentiate CB Passive Income and this program? Is very simple. CB Passive Income is a program that is a cookie cutter program, right? Where it's specifically on just one approach. But the advantage is that it has already been built. Now, but if you want to say promote something else on the internet, CB Passive Income may not be able to help you achieve that, but this program will be able to help you to achieve that. So let's say if you want to become an affiliate marketer in a totally different niche, let's say you want to get into the self-help niche, right? Then CB Passive Income may not be applicable for that, but this is the program that will help you to grow on your own brand in that sense. And there's one question here coming from Jovan. Is this working in every place of the world? The answer is yes, right? So can I get paid everywhere? ClickBank will pay to almost all the countries in the world. There are a few countries that are not in the list, like for instance, Nigeria. However, right, that doesn't stop you to be a digital e-commerce business. The first thing is this, is that if you cannot say have it in Nigeria, even without that country, I mean, United States is so huge, UK, Asia, I mean, I don't think you'll run out of countries. And secondly, if you really need to sell in Nigeria, right, you can always choose other platform. For instance, you can just use PayPal and sell to those who are in Africa. So yes, this model works everywhere around the world because you're building a digital e-commerce business. So I just saw Kevin from California. Congrats! I just saw you coming in. So you should be able to go to the registration page right now and enter your details and so on. Once you fill that, you'll get access to a private member area and you receive a welcome email, and I'll need your shipping address and your particulars so that we can ship you your big bonus. So again, welcome and congratulations for making a decision. Kevin from California, you are confirmed right now. All right, so we has wrap up all the Q&As. So I'm not really good at doing this, like wrap up, saying goodbye, all this kind of stuff. I mean, that's just me. I like to keep things like really, really straightforward, no sugarcoating or whatsoever it is. So what I want to say is this: is that I enjoy doing this training for you. I personally love doing what I do. I love to teach. To me, I'm an educator. That's what I do, and I enjoy myself doing this training for you today. And of course, if you're in the United States, it's in the morning, and you'll be having your lunch very soon. And I hope that you have a fantastic lunch ahead. Now, if you don't feel that this is a good opportunity, that this can help you to get the results that you want, right? To outsell your paycheck, to quit your job, or if you are not planning to quit your job, but to generate additional stream of income into your life, so that you can outsell whatever source of income that you have right now, and you want to find other mentors and so on, I totally understand on that. I just want you to understand on that, right? And maybe you want to get into some mastermind program for 10,000 US dollar. Maybe there's a personal coach that you can hire for 5,000 US dollar, whichever your plan is, and that's totally okay. But if you are like Kevin, Tom, and the rest of who get on board right now, I just want you to know again that I'm really, really excited to start working with you, right? Not for 1 month, not for 2 months, not even for 12 months, but for lifetime, that should help you get the results that you want. And this is an unbelievable package, or should I say unbelievable deal that I'm extending to you, because I could never do this for a lifetime deal, simply because I cannot continue to commit and to do things without getting paid every single month. But I'm just doing this right now because I'm extending the founding member privilege, and I'm building up new success stories, new clients for this new program called Internet to Income Insider. So with that said, that's it for today. Thank you very much, and have a great day ahead. All right. And of course, for those of you who are in Asia, then I think it's about like 2, 3 a.m. right now. And have a good time to sleep then. See you all. Bye bye.